Welcome back to the Fix Ops Roundtable. My name is Stephen Hackbarth, and today I'm joined with Ted Ings, and we have an A-list lineup right here. So if you want to go down, starting with you, David, and introduce yourself.
Sure. David Reinicke, president of Automotive Warranty Network.
I'm Jason Tuck, sales manager with Automotive Warranty Network.
David and Jason, welcome to the Fix Ops Roundtable. You are the leaders in automotive warranty outsourcing for the dealers. Congratulations on all the great impact you're having on the industry. And I have a couple questions, and Stephen has a couple as well. David, if I can start with you, kind of bring us up to speed. Here we are early in 2026. What do you see in terms of trends that are happening for dealers? What are you seeing on the warranty front that dealers should be aware of, that things that you can help with at AWN?
Sure. So the biggest thing in our sector with respect to warranty, unfortunately, is audits. You know, and I'm banging the table on this every time I get a chance to speak, but it's a really big deal in the industry right now. You know, in 2024, we probably had 10 dealerships get audited out of 1,500, 1,600 dealerships. Wow. In 2025, we saw about 90 dealerships get audited.
Wow.
But so far, we're only through January. We already had 15 clients get audited. So it's a really big deal right now. I know that a lot of manufacturers are really ramping up their auditing process. Some manufacturers that have only been able to hit maybe 10 or 15% of their dealer body every year are ramping up the auditors, trying to hit closer to 60, 70, 80%, trying to get it to 100. So it's a really big exposure for dealerships right now, and we're really trying to make dealerships aware, you know, to inspect their processes now, you know, so.
And Jason, it seems like it's almost unavoidable, okay? With all the focus and scrutiny on warranty these days, what advice do you have for dealers as they, you know, continue to work their way through 2026?
Yeah, so it's the opposite of the old mentality where, you know, the manufacturer wasn't like really like eyeing what you were doing. You didn't have to punch way back in the day, but it's punch time stories, and like David said, it's inspect now, because you know it's coming. It's not a matter of if, it's when are they going to show up at your store. It could be on a routine basis. It could be just the schedule. Certain manufacturers have it every 2 to 3 years they're coming in. Others are grading metrics, scoring metrics of how you're performing within the dealership. So just, again, it's like preparing for a big snowstorm, right? Like, be prepared, have the tools ready. That way, when it happens, you have a low exposure rate.
Well, it's one of those things where, you know, we all get busy every day.
Yes.
And, you know, a week can turn into a month can turn into 6 months, a year. And then before you know it, the auditor's there at your door, and you haven't really inspected those processes, right? So it's just really important right now to make sure that everything's in order, so that, you know, there's no surprises. So nobody likes to get a, you know, even a $30,000 chargeback, but certainly not a $90,000, $100,000 plus chargeback. So
Well, that's a good point. I would imagine that when an audit does occur, they don't want, the OEM doesn't want to walk away empty-handed.
Correct.
They're looking. They want to find something. They're going to find something, even if it's small. But you want to help. The dealer wants to minimize that exposure. All right.
Yeah.
So, you know, for this year, David, as that continues to progress and as we work our way, any advice for dealers? Any advice? Because I believe that having a company like AWN outsourcing that warranty is probably more proficient than just having a warranty administrator in the store.
sure, I mean, I'm partial to it, obviously, but I think it's more beneficial to a dealership because we have experienced warranty administrators. We have networks of experienced warranty administrators that share knowledge. They keep up on policy procedures, new bulletins that come out. So, you know, we keep up with what's new, and we help educate our dealerships as well. So one thing that we're starting to do new this year is have manufacturer-based roundtables with our dealers, to where, you know, if we have 70, let's say, Land Rover stores, we can share with all 70 of our Land Rover stores what the current trends are in that specific brand. So really share with them, so that, you know, we can help them get better and help them reduce their audit exposure. And then I think one thing we're going to do coming up this year is opening that up to dealerships that are not our clients, so that we can help share
Really?
the industry with dealerships that aren't our clients.
So it's clear to me that education is very important to you guys, and you mentioned prepping for the audit snowstorm.
Right.
What are some few action items that you would encourage dealers to look at to sort of prepare right away for the potential audit?
It's a great question. It's always like, you got to start somewhere, right? So, I mean, a lot of times, The work is done, the repair order has been submitted, it's been paid, and it gets filed away. But no one's actually looking at that documentation, checking for signatures and authorizations and things like that. So start looking at your paperwork. Start with a small sample. If you can't do a large at first, go small. Do 10 ROs a day. Move that up to 50 ROs, whatever that looks like. But you have to inspect right now. And if you're not doing that, you're going to get caught. I mean, it's a matter of when are you going to have that audit show up, and what's your risk. And we believe in proactively doing that, not being reactive to it. So, oh man, like the auditor's here now, I need to start flipping through the pages. No, do this ahead of time so that you can, audit shouldn't be scary. They really shouldn't be scary.
And that's one thing that we can help dealerships with as well. We do offer a proactive audit service to where we can do a mock audit for a dealership the way the manufacturer would today. So if you don't have time to do it, if you don't have time to look at that sample set, it's something we can provide for dealerships and really dig into it, give them a report on what items we're finding, what the chargeback would be if they were to have an audit today. So, but if you don't want to use us, definitely look at your own process in-house. I also, one of the biggest chargeback items, I think these days, is one-time use parts on vehicles. So, I really encourage dealerships to work and educate their technicians on proper repair process, following the workshop manual, and making sure you can get all those one-time use parts on those repairs, because that's a really big chargeback item right now for dealerships.
Automotive Warranty Network also gives back. Your organization, the people of AWN, are incredible. You've built an amazing culture, David. Okay, you and the team, and part of where I've seen that go in the last year, it's extended out to Northwood University with students like Stephen Hackbarth, who are with us here on the Diaz today. Anything you'd like to add to us? Because I saw you there at the International Auto Show. AWN had a big role in that, and it seems that that's a natural thing for AWN, this pipeline of passionate young people.
Yes.
Sure, yeah. So we're going to be a sponsor again for the show this year.
Thank you so much. Yeah.
And then, we really see the benefit in Northwood University. The students are incredible there. I really like their philosophy of teaching students to come out and work in the workforce, not just giving you a textbook and saying, learn this and then go practice it. You're practicing while you're learning it, right? So you're learning it through practicing. So we really support that effort and what the university stands for. And, we're going to be working more with Murray and Kent and doing some scholarships there as well. So,
And you talk about a culture, and we've developed a culture of gratitude at Northwood University. We are truly beyond grateful for your support of the International Auto Show and the school entirely. And through that, it's not just the contribution, but it's also you are there and saying hi to students and networking. And these opportunities just are can't be found anywhere else, and we're incredibly thankful for that. So,
and just to add one last thing is, like, you guys had so much energy. Like, we left and came back to Denver and we're like so pumped up and so excited, and like you had such an amazing impact on us, and we just would love to be a part of it. It's so cool, the culture, the energy, and the future of automotive is in your hands. It's going to look like whatever it's going to look like, and you guys knocked it out of the park.
That's so important. Jason and David and the executive team, you gave your time, okay? That's the most valuable commodity possible, and you've given your time. So on behalf of the Fix Ops Roundtable, we want to thank you for that as well.
Thank you.
And for moving the industry forward, David. So
we appreciate you doing the same thing. Yeah. So it's good. The future is going to be bright. So
it's very bright.
Yep.
All right. Everybody, David Reinicke, Jason Tuck from Automotive Warranty Network with Stephen Hackbarth from Northwood University. We're here today at the Fixed Ops Roundtable, and we're going to be right back.